Here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time.
Benghazi!
So there was yet another congressional hearing on the deadly 2012 attack on the American diplomatic compound in Benghazi, Libya. The endless investigation into which is totally not a partisan attempt to take down Hillary Clinton. Nope, not at all. Clinton herself testified for 8 hours during an 11-hour hearing, after which Committee Chair Trey Gowdy admitted that they didn't really know any more after the hearing than they knew before the hearing. The House Select Committee on Benghazi is the 8th congressional committee to investigate the Benghazi attacks. No evidence of wrongdoing on the part of Hillary Clinton has ever been found, which means that either Hillary Clinton did nothing wrong and the Republicans have just been wasting everyone's time and money all these years, or Hillary did do something wrong, but the Republicans are so incompetent that they have been unable to uncover any evidence of it despite 8 congressional investigations. Either way, something tells me that a snarky thank you note from the desk of President-elect Hillary Clinton is in the futures of quite a few Republican congressmen. Cop manhandles high school student. Last week, a 16-year-old girl, a student at Spring Valley High in Columbia, South Carolina, refused to put away her phone and leave the classroom when ordered to do so by a teacher. So, school resource officer Deputy Ben Fields was summoned, and he did the only reasonable thing, really. Flipped over the desk with the student still in it and dragged her out of the classroom. Deputy Fields was fired by the Sheriff's Department 2 days later, so at least there's that. Although apparently there are still quite a few of my fellow Americans who think that dragging a passively resistant high school student violently out of a classroom is a perfectly appropriate thing for a police officer to do. So it would appear there are still some lingering issues. But I'm not worried. I'm sure that we Americans will deal with those issues just as openly and honestly and effectively as we always do. South by Southwest cancels panel on harassment due to death threats. A panel about online harassment in gaming culture, scheduled for next year's South by Southwest Festival, was canceled when organizers received threats of violence relating to it. The panel was reinstated soon after that when BuzzFeed and Vox Media both threatened to pull out of the festival in response. But still, think about this. Online harassers flood South by Southwest with threats. The panel that they are complaining about gets cut, thus demonstrating why online harassment is harmful and is an issue that deserves to be taken seriously. I mean, I don't know what I find more stunning, how vicious these online harassers can get when they feel threatened by something, and they feel threatened by everything, or how consistently the petulant tantrums they throw in response to those perceived threats ultimately blow up in their faces. Jeb Bush thinks Supergirl is hot. Presidential candidate and person with a last name, Jeb Bush was recently asked to name his favorite Marvel superhero. Jeb responded that he likes Batman, but that he finds him a little dark these days. Not a Marvel character, but okay, whatever, can't go wrong with Batman. Then for some reason, Jeb kept talking. He added that he'd seen commercials for the new Supergirl TV show and, quote, "She looks kinda hot." Responding to a softball pop culture question like, who's your favorite superhero, with, that new Supergirl looks kinda hot, is not what I would expect from a serious presidential candidate. But then again, that makes perfect sense, because this time there are only 2 serious candidates running, and they're both in the same party. That reminds me, there is no escape from Republican primary debates. There was another one last week. Trump, Carson, Fiorina, Huckabee, Soprano, the thirsty one, the one who looks like a wax figure under a hot light. They were all there. They all said dumb things, and people applauded them for it. In a year, Americans will have, for all intents and purposes, 2 choices for who the next president of the United States will be, and one of those 2 choices will be one of these horrible people. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time. Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and also consider helping me to make more videos like this by supporting this channel through Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Steve Shives to become a patron. Thanks for watching.